Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. We'll watch Salt Lake City in this one as they go up against Charlotte. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline.
Here we go.
And it's going to be Salt Lake City off the tip. Here's Bowen.
Charlotte's foul. Penny Hardaway. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Fernandez. Over Harden. And it's Fernandez missing. Outside, George. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Thurman. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And finished off by Lively.
Good find from Jokic. Fantastic at getting that rock to teammates on time, on target.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And the call will be against Derek Lively.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the
Team
game.
foul.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Pass to Hardaway. Trying to get over to Davis.
A defensive specialist. Bruce Bowen loves being a pest and getting under the skin of shooters.
For three, Fernandez gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Harden. Inside George. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
First personal foul.
Really clever at getting his
Second team
body
foul.
into defenders.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good from Harden. Harden hits them both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Outside, George. George with the stop.
George playing strong down low. Love to see him finish with authority.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Oh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip.
Why not? I say keep them coming.
Salt Lake City with the ball. Harden missing his last shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping, they should have done more on that last play.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And he hits the first of 3. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the middle. Stolen by George. Here's Thurman. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Lively. .103 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Paul George with the steal. Ball going up court. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Charlotte leading.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce.
Go.
And here's Charlotte now. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Thurman.
Home team foul. Jokic Noah. First personal foul. First team foul.
The home team on D. George for 3.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
And here's Butler outside. Outside for Ingram. Here's Bamba. Here's Noah. He knocks it down.
That is incredible. And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. And he drives in. Davis for the rebound. George outside. Back to Davis. And the call will be against Mo Bamba. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. George, a deep 3. Orlando with the rebound. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Orlando shooting their first free throw in this game.
For one, Jimmy Butler.
That's good from Butler. Lays out. Oh, George with a steal. Pass to Davis. Lets a 3 fly. Offensive board. Back to Hardaway. George left side. Just 5 on the clock. Over Butler. George, no good.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection, despite the miss.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Second team foul.
Orlando shooting their second and third shots at the line
For your
here.
home team, Joakim Noah. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's off on the second. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an NBA player, capable of taking over on both ends. And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
And his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Right wing. Here's Noah. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? What a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Orlando?
Well, the coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Puts the move on. And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night.
First personal foul.
First one falls.
At the line for your home team, Joakim Noah. 2 shots.
It's both from the stripe. Charlotte trails by 14. They need this. Here's Thurman. Harden from outside. Kicks it to George. Back to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
There's 49 seconds left in the first. And here's Butler outside. Here's Noah. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Noah. 15 points in the game. He drops it from range.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
.23 seconds left in the opening quarter. 3, Hardaway. Orlando with the rebound. Irving for 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Pass to Harden. Now here's Hardaway. Fires the 3. The shot off that time. And so it's Orlando looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back after this word. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Orlando leading by 17. Here's Kemp. Another shot. Thurman. And James Harden pulls it down. And the foul on Brook Lopez. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Harden. George with a steal.
Just a great play on D to throw him off the shot and force a turnover.
Lopez for three. Orlando again missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Hardaway from outside. Rebounded by Lopez.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The three is up. And Lopez with the three. Lopez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Three-pointer, Harden. Orlando with the rebound. Here's George. It's hauled in by Thurman. Charlotte trails by 17. Who poked away. And they're on the run. Pushing it up. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Talk about strength and athletic ability. Lopez can maneuver against his opponents down low. Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Orlando calls timeout.
Please give a big round of applause for your
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Irving for three. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Charlotte trails by 17. Pass to Yao. Back to Irving. Here's Rose. Let's go with a three. Kemp with a rebound. They push it up for all three. Irving for three. And it's Irving with a rebound. Fires the three. And that one's good. Irving for three. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here we go. Finished off the break.
Oh boy, what control and poise from Rose. Taking the hit like a champ and just powering right through it.
And another three for Orlando.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Pass to Weber. And foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 11, Brook Lopez.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Irving for three. Orlando with the rebound. Irving for three. The offensive rebound from deep three-point range. To the wing, right side. Here's Kemp. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Charlotte trails by 19. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Weber. Charlotte, no good that time either. Pass to George. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And just using balance and coordination, George can make plays and baskets that many can't.
Home team foul.
Charlotte's shooting their first free throws of the game.
Third team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Chris Webber at the line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Orlando leading by 19. To the inside. Lopez with the steal. For the
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Away team foul. Yao Ming. First personal foul. First team foul.
knocks it loose. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Orlando ahead. They lead by 18. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Orlando leading by 18. And here's Butler outside. That shot, no good. Pass to Yao. Here's Duncan. The three. The shot comes out. Fast break. Here we go. And here's Butler outside. The rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's the break. Here's Weber. Irving for three. Here's Yao. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Yao's got his second basket of the game.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Left side, Irving. Here's the three. Another miss by Irving.
Man, that's his shot. But maybe he was too wide open.
Offensive rebound. Charlotte trails by 16. Down low. Here's Yao. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Here's Ingram. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And the Magic lead by 16.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Orlando calls timeout.
Timeout, home team. Attention fans, now on the court is your Mike squad. Get loud and let them hear it.
Big group substitution here for Charlotte. outside. Hardaway goes back up. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And here's Butler outside. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look.
Oh, my goodness.
What a dunk.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
That was sweet.
Number 40, Sean Kemp.
Charlotte trails by 12. And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Checking in for
1:44 left in the third quarter. And George launches it from deep. Charlotte, no good that time either.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot. Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
And it's Lopez with the jam.
And just a terrific look from Irving. He has the awareness to spot the wide-open man.
To the paint. Here's Davis.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. There's 49 seconds left in the third.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother.
It's off his leg. It's being called a kick ball. For three, Hardaway.
And able to stay with his man every step of the way. I mean, Kyrie puts his lateral quickness on full display. And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
George, no good. Charlotte trails by 15. Pass to Hardaway. From outside the arc. On target from range. Hardaway's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And George with the jam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. And so it's Orlando. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Charlotte trails by 14. Launches it from deep. And it's Irving with the rebound. Here's Orlando. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Irving. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. George outside. Here's Weber. George defending. Here's Thurman. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with this transition offense.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Irving for three. It's rebounded by George.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the middle. Here's Thurman. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk. Uh-oh. Now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
Timeout. Magic. Sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well during the last break I heard Mike D'Antoni as he talked with the team. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Irving. Orlando again missing. Charlotte trails by 8. On the break, and it's in there.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Here's Lopez. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up to Charlotte. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And using that size to his advantage. I mean, I like it when Lopez establishes himself inside and looks to capitalize.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Yao. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Kicks it to George. Oh, he picked him clean. And here comes the break. Irving with it. Harden picks him up. The ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still. Timeout. Magic.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be formation. Less forcing and more passing.
That's tipped. Here's George. That one goes. Count it. And it's now only a 5-point Orlando lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
Ingram with the ball. Guarded now by George. From 17. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving.
Down in the lineup for your home team.
1:27 left to the fourth quarter. Harden outside. Hits the trifecta. Harden's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Looking to end this cold spell.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul.